October 7th will be remembered as one of the darkest days in modern history, not just for Israel but for the world. On that day, in an unprovoked and heinous attack by Hamas, over 1,400 people were killed in Israel, including civilians, children and the elderly. 250 individuals were taken hostage, their fate uncertain, their families left in agony. These numbers aren't just statistics, they represent lives lost, families shattered and a nation in mourning. Now, a full year has passed since that day, and still Israel's pain is fresh. You would think that in their time of mourning, the world might give them space to grieve, but instead protests were held across Europe, not in solidarity with the victims, but against Israel, with chilling calls for violence and murder. In Germany, at a so-called peace demonstration, protesters were heard chanting in Arabic, "Whoever has a gun should either shoot Jews with it or give it to Hamas." In Berlin, riots erupted, with climate activist Greta Thunberg in attendance.
The German state is complicit in this genocide, finances and legitimizes Israel's apartheid state occupation and genocide.
Protesters threw bottles at police officers and attacked journalists. In Turin, Italy, 3 officers were injured by firecrackers during a protest. In the Netherlands, anti-Israel activists ignored police orders, attacked pro-Israel demonstrators, and handed out flyers glorifying the Hamas terrorists who crossed into Israel via paragliders on October 7th, perpetrating the massacre. Now, I ask you to imagine for a moment, what if October the 7th happened in your country, your town, to your family? Would you still question the need to defend yourself? Imagine setting up bomb shelters for your family, depending on defence systems like Israel's Iron Dome to protect your loved ones from constant rocket attacks. Attacks that have rained down year upon year upon year. Would you not defend your home with every ounce of strength you have? So why is it that because Israel is involved, the world questions its right to self-defence? Why is it that defending its land, its people and its sovereignty is seen as controversial or unjustified? The answer runs deeper than just politics. Israel and the Jewish people are God's chosen nation, and Satan will stop at nothing to destroy what God has created and cherishes. This battle is not just physical, it is spiritual, and October the 7th is a reminder that this conflict has deeper roots, and we must never forget those who lost their lives that day. Let me make this clear, it wasn't just Jewish people who were murdered that day. Christians, Muslims, Arabs, people of all backgrounds who call Israel home were killed in that brutal assault. They too were free to live their lives in Israel, a nation that allows people from all walks of life to coexist. So what can we do as Christians? We can pray. We can pray for the families mourning their loved ones. We can pray for the hostages who are still being held for their safety and return. We can pray for the church in Israel, and especially the church around the world who are ignorant to the importance of Israel. We can pray for the leaders, that they will have strength and wisdom to protect their people and nation. And we can support Israel by standing firm in the truth, acknowledging Israel's right to exist and defend itself. We can call out the lies and the hatred that seeks to erase its people from history. October 7th is a day that must never be forgotten. Those who rejoice in the bloodshed, who call for more death and destruction, should be condemned. And as Christians, we are believing we must stand with Israel. In this spiritual and physical war, we are called to support God's chosen people. May God's protection be over Israel now and forever. God bless you.